My name is Katie Cresswell-Maynard and I'm the Chief Executive of Engineers Without Borders UK. I'm really excited that as part of this year's virtual Global Forum, we've been asked to present to you about the Engineering for People Design Challenge. So the Engineering for People Design Challenge is now an international collaboration between ourselves, Engineers Without Borders UK, as well as Engineers Without Borders South Africa and Engineers Without Borders USA. So where did it all start? Well, back in 2011, Engineers Without Borders UK was really lucky to be invited by EWB Australia to join them in the delivery of the EWB Challenge. So Engineers Without Borders Australia had been delivering that programme since 2008, I think it was. They designed it, they put it together, and then they very kindly invited us to be part of delivering that programme both in Australia as well as here in the UK. And in 2016, we started delivering the Engineering for People Design Challenge. So this was our own version of the EWB Challenge specifically for students in the UK and Ireland. We were able to work with our international partners that we've been working with year on year and give them access to the bright young minds of students here in the UK. And then just over 2 years ago, in 2017, at the EWB-International Global Forum, where I think representatives from 24 different Engineers Without Borders organisations came together. I was fortunate enough to meet Vibke. So Vibke is the co-founder and previous chief executive of EWB South Africa. So Vibke and I got talking, and it was clear from quite early on that we both had a passion for engineering education, and that even though our two countries are in different hemispheres in different parts of the world, there are a lot of similarities in terms of the challenges faced in engineering education, specifically around bringing a global context into curriculum and encouraging students to really think outside of the technology box. So really thinking about the social and environmental impact of what it is they're doing and learning how to put people and purpose first when they're thinking about engineering design. So I talked to her about the Engineering for People Design Challenge, and she was really interested in it and thought that Engineers Without Borders South Africa would be really keen to engage with us on it. So we both left the Global Forum feeling like this would be an amazing opportunity to work together on something, but what we really lacked were the resources to be able to do it. So rolling forward, I don't know, about 6 months or something, we were in a conversation with one of our existing corporate partners, and they expressed an interest in reaching out to Engineers Without Borders South Africa. And so there it was, that magic moment where we realised that if we did this well, we could use this as our opportunity to kickstart our partnership and deliver the Engineering for People Design Challenge to students both here in the UK and Ireland, continuing to do that, but also introduce a new audience, students in South Africa. So for the last 18 months, we've been working with the team in South Africa to deliver this. And along the way, Kathy from Engineers Without Borders USA got in touch and said, hey guys, hear what you're up to. It'd be really great if we could get involved as well. So for the last year, our trio of organisations have been working really hard to bring the Engineering for People Design Challenge to students in 3 countries, on 3 continents, 3 time zones. It hasn't been without its challenges, but we've all really driven by a common purpose that if we can bring education like this to engineering students, the engineers of the future, then we are doing something really positive to ensure that engineering really does serve all people and the planet better than ever before in the future. So what's going to happen now is we've got a little video to show you about the grand finals for the Design Challenge. And then my colleagues from the UK, from South Africa and the US are then going to follow up and tell you a little bit more detail about how the programme works.
We're at a time when we realise our impact on the planet. So at Engineers Without Borders UK, we think it's really important that as many engineers as possible are focusing their attention on ensuring that we're serving all people and the planet that we live on. We run a programme called the Engineering for People Design Challenge, and this year we've had 6,500 students throughout the UK and Ireland participate. So the grand finals today at the IET in London, we've got 37 student teams joining us to show off their design ideas of how they're going to make the world a better place.
It's a great opportunity for us all, and feel like it's made us all grow professionally.
It's made me a lot more confident in myself as an engineer because we all came up with this collectively and we all adapted it so that it could be usable.
Working in a team, we've all got to bounce ideas off of each other, being able to think outside the box slightly.
Before coming to Engineers Without Borders, I would have just kept trying to make my design the most technical way. But then now I've started thinking about the people and how my design would affect their lives.
It's such a huge pleasure to be working on a project that could change a lot of lives and a betterment for humanity.
There is no planet B, so reducing our energy consumption as a planet is a massively important thing. And I think the Engineers Without Borders project has really helped us explore how we can do that.
It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the Engineering for People Design Challenge Grand Finals 2019.
The programme is really important because it gives our students, our first year students, a good insight to a whole range of different things to do with engineering. It gets them thinking about global challenges, and it actually puts them a little bit outside of their comfort zone so they can think about what a design brief is and how they actually start scoping things from the very outset all the way through to coming up with prototypes.
I think it's had a really good impact in getting them to think not just about technical solutions, but also how you can implement that effectively, look at ways that they can develop project management, soft skills, how to sell ideas, how to promote ideas, and how to manage a team and work within a team.
It gets this energy from the kinetic energy obtained from cycling.
I love the idea of what the Engineers Without Borders mentioning that we have no planet B. I think that's a great message.
We've been really fortunate this year to have had over 200 professional engineers from all of our corporate supporters be involved in the Engineering for People Design Challenge. So they've helped us identify the best student teams and provide feedback.
We're really happy to see this kind of contest happening. It's such an important thing. Global responsibility in engineering is the future, and it's really important that the students at university are starting to think in that way as well.
It's for you students to design solutions for people that really need those solutions, and we're talking about many people.
Engineers Without Borders UK is really proud to be part of the global movement of Engineers Without Borders organisations. So we're really excited that today we're joined by representatives from Engineers Without Borders South Africa and Engineers Without Borders USA, because for the first time next year we're going to be launching the Engineering for People Design Challenge together as an international competition.
This is one of the few programs where students get the ability or get the opportunity to delve into the needs of the vast majority of the world's people. Many problems like climate change, like poverty, like inequality have local nuances to them, but really we as a global society need to find solutions to those particular problems, and collaboration therefore is a prerequisite to being able to do that.
It's really exciting to see all of the energy and the excitement around this and how engineering can impact the world, and see these young students have some really great ideas and present those ideas in a professional way.
The winner of this year's People Prize is EcoPit.
It brings us great joy actually to be recognized. Our design specifically gives power to the people, and the design spirit can be made by anyone, not by just the ones who are selling it.
The runners-up today are none other than SafeSpot.
We were very surprised, very pleased to be put through. We're very thankful to the judges. They really liked our idea.
Look for sustainable outcomes, challenge and mix it up and be creative.
Soak in all the wonderful knowledge that your peers have.
First, you have to learn, decide on the problem that you want to work on and act on it.
The team that wins the Engineering for People Design Challenge Grand Finals 2019 is Team 71 from Leeds Beckett University.
Everything that we put into the project was so sustainable, it was so locally sourced and also cheap as well, so it just covered all the economic, social and environmental factors. We didn't think like all the hard work we put in to actually get this far, so it was really exciting to do it.
I've gained a lot of confidence. I think I've gained a brand new skill that I didn't have before.
Have a great weekend and let's build a movement for change. We've been delivering the Engineering for People Design Challenge since 2011 and around 34,500 students have taken part during that time. So out there is a whole community of more inspired engineers who are going to make a difference in the world around us.
Hi, I'm Emma from Engineers Without Borders UK. As described in the video, the Engineering for People Design Challenge is a programme for students in the early years of their university degree. It is run inside curriculum and the students are given access to a design brief developed by us to provide a real-world context as a project for them to work on. This year, across all 3 continents, the Engineering for People Design Challenge will impact 7,000 students' education in 38 universities. We're fortunate enough to have the opportunity to influence education and do this by developing a fantastic design brief, training and upskilling of academics to be confident in delivering project-based learning, by visiting universities, speaking to students, presenting the programme to them, and to continue to learn from our past 8 years of experience in delivering this challenge in the UK and Ireland. The academics as well as the students have access to an online portal which hosts each year's design brief, as well as further resources covering case studies, wider readings surrounding the context and location, and also detail on areas for development. The intended learning outcomes of this programme are to develop an engineering community that appreciates and prioritises designing for people and context, that understands and appreciates the responsibility that the engineering community has for the socio-economic and environmental implications to be a part of every engineering decision, both at a local or a global level. In addition, in taking part in this challenge, students develop a range of skills, including gaining an understanding of their role in the engineering community, learning how to consider the consequence of design decisions, learning how engineering underpins everyday life, a really key one, so how to place people at the heart of their designs, and developing engineering skills, also skills in communication, project management, team working and collaboration. We are so excited to be able to share this platform and programme with our colleagues from South Africa and the USA in developing the Engineering for People Design Challenge to a more global audience. It's been absolutely fantastic to get insights and to build on the strength of the existing programme, but also to diversify our team so that we can deliver something that is truly appropriate to a global audience. Now I'd like to introduce Urshad from Engineers Without Borders South Africa to hear their perspective on the programme.
Thank you, Emma. As Engineers Without Borders South Africa, we're super excited to be part of a global movement bringing innovative engineering education programs to South African universities. This program has proven itself very successful in the UK, and we're thankful to our EWB UK and USA colleagues for collaborating with us in bringing it to South Africa. One of the key strengths of the program for us is offering South African students the perspective that many challenges that we face in South Africa today are faced by many others around the world. Ultimately, large complex problems like climate change, inequality and poverty are problems shared by engineers and humanity all over the world. This talks directly to EWB South Africa's goal of empowering engineers to empower communities. The program helps teach engineers how to better define problems faced by billions of people and how to approach solving them with humility, creativity, and technical ability. The Design Challenge also gives us the perfect opportunity to build on our long-standing relationships with universities and industry partners. Beyond the impressive long-term benefits of the program, we're very excited and proud of exposing South African students to the same program using the same design brief as thousands of their peers in the UK and the USA. We're also very happy to be sharing the stories of South Africans through the Makers Valley Design Brief. Ours is a story of many challenges, but also of tremendous success and hope. The pilot year of the Engineering for People Design Challenge has been an amazing story of growth and collaboration for us as EWB South Africa. We're looking forward to complete the pilot successfully and building on it in the years to come together with our colleagues in the UK and the USA. Now let's hear more from Luke.
actually lucky enough to participate in the Engineering for People Design Challenge back in 2013. It's incredible to see how much has been built on since then. We're delivering the challenge here in the UK and Ireland, and the fact that we have this global partnership is an amazing selling and talking point that both we and the academics love to delve into. It highlights, as Yarshad said, the global nature of the challenges that engineering is facing. We've been travelling up and down the UK and Ireland, delivering launch lectures and providing workshops for the students. By the end of the challenge, we will have reached 30 universities here in the UK and Ireland, inspiring and engaging students with the materials we've developed. And the materials that we have, the design briefs, case studies, historical and contemporary context, they're the best to date. And that's not just coming from us here, that's feedback from the academics. We're also really looking forward to seeing the global collaboration between the students engaging on the student forum. The forum is a space for knowledge sharing between the students, as well as a medium for the students to contact the Makers Valley community during the challenge. The partnership with us, South Africa and the US was instrumental in achieving the cultural sensitivity in the design brief and the resources that we did. This opportunity to work in partnership has proven to be an invaluable experience, being able to build on the roles and experience from the three organisations. I'm going to pass you over to Abigail. Abby?
Thanks, Luke. We're really happy to have joined EWB UK and EWB South Africa in delivering the Engineering for People Design Challenge in the US for the pilot year. While we started out in more of a shadowing capacity, we have quickly grown a strong and meaningful relationship between our three organizations. As we collaborated in the pilot year, it's been really amazing to have the support and guidance throughout the process. We have learned a ton from EWB UK's extensive experience developing and delivering the program, and we've had opportunities for co-learning amongst our organizations as we expand the program into new academic contexts. This partnership has also supported EWB USA in working to equip our next generation of global leaders. Throughout the pilot year, we've been able to expand the reach of this program globally, reaching about 200 students in just 3 pilot universities, and the potential to eventually reach roughly 300 engineering universities in the US. The Engineering for People Design Challenge has also provided opportunities for us to establish stronger university partnerships as we embed different kinds of EWB project-based learning into curriculum and reach beyond our traditional student chapter model. We have also been able to expose more students to EWB and give them new avenues for participating in EWB programming. Beyond the pilot, working together, we will be able to develop more effective processes to scale the program and reach even larger numbers of students and universities worldwide. We are really looking forward to more opportunities for collaboration with other EWBI organizations around the topic of transformative engineering education. Now back to Emma to share more about our plans for the future.
As we look forward into the second year of our partnership, we can consider our successes and learn from the feedback we're gathering from academics and students from across the globe. Our plans for the future include producing a new design brief each year with a different community partner, scaling out across South Africa, UK, and in particular the USA universities, continuing to work really effectively as a team from 3 organisations. We're also hoping to partner with other Engineers Without Borders organisations to deliver the challenge where it would enhance engineering education locally, and to expand our reviewer pool. Throughout the year, we collaborate with industry partners to ensure that the programme is funded and supported, but also to provide expert insight and feedback directly to the students at the end of their academic year. Each university submits 5 student teams to Engineers Without Borders. We then coordinate over 200 professionals from around the world, and we're really excited about this, but we're always looking for ways to ever expand our global reach. It's an opportunity for individuals who have a couple of hours to volunteer their time to contribute to something meaningful. To conclude, we hope you really enjoyed hearing about our Engineering for People Design Challenge. We're passionate about the role our organisations can play in creating globally responsible engineers. Personally, this is demonstrated on a day-to-day basis. Every time I visit a university, I'm reminded of how relevant and required our programme truly is. Our programme gives them an introduction to the realities of working and trying to improve lives in different communities, especially disadvantaged ones. We're so excited for where this challenge could go in the future. Please do reach out if this is something that you may be interested in collaborating on. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation.